Hi, Guillermo. Whereabouts are you right now?
Right now, I'm in Sydney. It's 6 o'clock in the morning here, but I'm okay.
Nice. Dude, I'm on the same timeline. I flew in from Sydney, so I
And
feel
whereabouts
you.
are you right now?
I'm in New York right now.
Okay, so you got a bit of jet lag, or you're doing
Oh,
okay?
baby. Whoo. So I feel you.
Well, it's for a good cause. Congratulations on getting a show like this completely made. I can imagine that after acting in it and then waiting for post production, you're excited for audiences to finally see this thing on their screens.
Yeah, and look, I think it makes sense to show it now in the US now because we're coming into winter, right? So I think that's a good time for people to watch this show. I think, yeah, it's been a long time since we filmed it, like a year ago. So it's exciting. It's a big show. It's not like a
Yeah,
little Australian local, you know, low budget TV show on Stan. It's a big, epic cinematic event.
Yeah, it's definitely more of like a Hollywood blockbuster style movie that's split into 10 episodes. I can imagine, is that something that attracted you as well to the project when you were reading the scripts thinking, this is big stuff?
Yeah, it was. I was like, this is ambitious. But then knowing that's what, Apple does, I was a fan of Jon Bokenkamp. I knew, I know Jason really well. It was like, this is a big one. And it was incredibly exciting. And, it was 7 months of my life last year and it was fantastic. So yes, finally getting to see it, finally getting to promote it and putting it out there in the world. We'll see what happens.
Talking about your character, Sarah, and your performance as well, something that I really enjoyed is that she manages to hold space in a room full of suits and badges, but without necessarily straining for those big moments or for the frame's attention, which I thought makes for a really well-written character. Her having holding a kind of a presence like that, is that something that you read on the page going in, or is that something that developed more naturally going on?
I think the latter. I think when you embody a character like that, you're not, you know, yes, she's well written, she's beautifully written, but I think you have to bring something more to a character these days. You have to do your homework. And I think in that sense, I really played her with an internal strength. I think when a woman has gone through the tragedy that her and Frank and their family have gone through, you don't suffer fools. You stay in your lane and you get on with it. She's pragmatic, she's driven, she's tenacious, and she is a strong woman in her own right. And she's also immensely intelligent and intuitive. So she's not fighting or vying for attention. She already has that. And so I chose to really lean into that aspect of the character for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely tell. Now, just quickly, film versus television, 2 hours versus 10 hours. There's pros and cons. Tell me one thing that you like above film for TV and one thing above TV versus film.
Oh, that's a tricky one. I work predominantly in television. Would I like to work more in film? Yes, of course. Um, I'm a bit of a cinephile myself, but it's more the fact that television is you really get to roll with your character. You can develop more. You can bring more to it. For the film, it's there and you're done, right? But I often find new things every time when I'm working on TV series. And I consider myself a character actress. I consider myself a working actress. And that's quite different from just, I guess I've been working as an actress for a very long time, but now I've found a groove and I'm less cap in hand for roles. I'm more selective. I'm fortunate that I get offered wonderful roles. Um, and I'm also a bit picky now as well with what I do. I choose to do things that I want to watch, So that's a really empowering place to be in, I think, as an actress now, is to say, would I watch that? Do I need to do that? Does that work for myself and my family? And if it doesn't, then I pass. And if it does, then great. But if I'm also going to take on 7 months, for example, in Montreal, I want to bring something creatively to it. I'm not going to dial it in. And I always made a promise to myself, when I start dialing in a performance or when I start like being lazy, give it up, because there's 100,000 other brilliant actresses who would take my place in a heartbeat, because it is a privilege. What we're doing even now, having this conversation, is an absolute privilege. And that we're talking about art at this level, and I get to create a character on screen that gets shown all around the world. I mean, it's pretty wonderful. And for that, I'm eternally aware and very, very grateful.
It's a fantastic outlook to have. Well, that's it for me. Thanks so much for your time and all the best.
And next time, let's just talk in Sydney.
I know.
So you're not
Please.
up this early.
Yes, absolutely. I
It's
totally
lovely to meet
agree.
you, Guillermo. Bye.
See ya.